Mistake number one when starting Tower Fantasy is not realizing that the game puts you on a level cap. What that means is right here when your character displays the stats, you have a level bar. On the first day of you creating an account, the max amount of experience you can get is level 18. If you try to get any more experience after that, it just goes to waste and just vanishes into oblivion. And also on a side note, on the story, there is a time gate as well. So this happened to me on the first day. I went through the story as much as I could, got to level 18, then I started exploring, opening chests, not realizing that all that experience was just going to waste. But please don't make that number one mistake. Save that experience for the next day. In the long run, it will come in handy. So if I were you, I would just save that experience for the next day. And if you're someone who maybe doesn't have that much time and you're like, I still haven't started a fantasy. Oh no, what should I do? Here's what you should do. If you're a person that has a full-time job and only commit so much time, just start an account, get in a server, and just have your character created. That way, when you come back to it, maybe after a work week, after 5 days, or whatever amount it is, you come back to the character and you're not time gated. All that time of your character's existence already passed. Instead of having a level 18 cap on your day one, since your character already existed for 5 days, its level cap is now 32. And here's a list of all the first 90 days of what's going to be your max level cap. This practice is kind of scummy, but you know, every game does it. They don't want you to freaking blow through your game right away. They want you to come back and log in daily. Genshin Impact did the same thing where like you can't invest your characters without leveling up your adventure rank, and there's only so much adventure rank you could have gone. And so yeah, what they're telling you is go touch some freaking grass. And since we're still on the topic of experience points, mistake number 2 is not to waste your chips right away. This type of mistake to avoid is going to be like a long-term investment, because right now it's kind of easy to max out your level for the day, and I'm pretty sure, I'm more than sure, later on in the late game, especially if you come from Genshin Impact, it was super hard to level up after like AR 55 or even AR 50. So right here in this game, when you're going to be experience hungry, these chips are finally going to come in handy. So try not to spend them right now. Of course, if you're just like, oh, I just need one more level, then I guess you can do it. It's at your discretion, but it's just a mistake to avoid. Mistake number 3, and this is for you F2Pers out there, calling all the F2Pers, free to play. Don't want to spend a single dime on this game. Do not waste your dark crystals on the standard banner. Seems a little obvious, but when you start off the game, you're so excited and you're like, oh my gosh, we have a soft pity at 30. I just need 10 more. I just need 2 more. I'm going to use my dark crystals and get it. I know it can be tempting, but don't do it. I already did it. I already made the mistake. But if you're just starting the game and you're seeing this video, try not to make the mistake. What you need to spend your dark crystals on is the limited time banner. Because with standard wishes, you can farm them throughout the whole map, and you can, you know, get more as you explore the map and get it as common rewards. So you don't need to spend your dark crystals on that. You're going to get plenty of these gold nucleuses. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make, especially starting off in the game, because they're just like really hungry for that SSR. Mistake number 4, and this is going to be found whenever you're doing your dailies. And I've already said this in my previous beginner guides video, is you want to unlock your dailies as soon as possible, because it's going to get you access to nuclei and a lot of experience points. And the game tells you to, you know, track them down, but what the game doesn't tell you, and this is where the mistake comes in, is to claim your bounty award. Bounty missions refresh 5 o'clock. This right here, there's going to be a symbol right here, and it's going to be for you to claim it. The game doesn't outright tell you, hey dude, look over here, claim your bounty reward. Don't forget, we're not going to tell you, but just do it. But I'm here to tell you to claim it. Mistake number 5 is to not spread yourself out too thin. Don't level up every weapon you get. If you're one of those freaking people that are like, oh my gosh, Hydro Sam, I got freaking 10 SSRs before my level 80 pity. Okay, good for you. But don't level up every SSR. And I know you want to know what are the good SSRs, and I'm working on that video, guys. So don't forget, if you want to get notified for that video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more Tower Fantasy videos. I'm really enjoying this game, and I appreciate the support on my beginner's guide video. But before I do more marketing and advertising, what I was saying is do not spread yourself out too thin. You're going to get a lot of materials in the beginning, and this is with every gacha game. They give you a lot in the beginning so that we can go freaking spend crazy on it. But then later on in the late game, you're going to have to farm for it, use your stamina, do all that good stuff, and just you're gonna be struggling at the end to max out your weapons. If I were you, I would just like get 3 and focus on those weapons, and get 3 that you have fun with. Because I have like King and some other characters. I have this guy or whatever, and you know what, I'm like, you know, I know King is super good, he's super good, but I'm like, I have more fun with Shiro. You know, Shiro, look at my girl Shiro, like she just, I don't know, like her aesthetics is just, it's really good. And of course also my girl Tsubasa.
Where are you going? Take me with you.
Oh yes, definitely. Okay, and so recently I've decided, and then I did this whenever I played Genshin Impact, waifu over meta. Have fun, level up the weapons you enjoy the most, and that is a mistake I want you to avoid. And this mistake also transitions to matrices. Don't get too worked up over matrices. You're gonna get better ones later on. I feel like it's the same thing as artifacts in Genshin Impact. Like, yes, in the beginning, you know, whatever, they kind of suck and you want to level them up because you just don't know better. But I think it's worth it to wait for those SSRs and have all of these ready to go so you can feed them into your future SSR chips. But don't stress about this one too much. Like, I feel like you could level up some and complete like a 3-piece bonus set that gives extra damage towards your like main DPS weapon. And of course, you can always feed these later on to your future SSR matrices. And while I am on the topic of upgrading materials and not spreading yourself out too thin, these boxes right here, leave them in their boxes. Don't use them. Don't be like, okay, I'm just gonna get like all of these. No. Just leave them in their boxes. The good thing about this game is whenever you upgrade your weapons, they give you the option to just like use it right then and there in order for the upgrade. So you never know what new SSR you're gonna get and what weapon you're gonna like and what weapon you're gonna give up on early. So just put them in their boxes. There's like no detriment for you leaving them in their boxes. So just don't make that mistake of unlocking all of them. Mistake number 6 is to not spend your gifts recklessly. Be efficient with your gift giving. Gifts are a way of unlocking passives on your certain simulacras. Each character has a passive that's exclusive to them. You can get it after you reach the 1200 point mark. Like Tsubasa's, she's kind of like a support type of passive where she increases attack of the whole team. And then the same passive gets increased when you max it out. Instead of 15 stacks, it goes to 30 stacks and a little bit more percentage. Read all your characters' passives so that way you can decide which one will be the best for your account and then go from there. But when you're giving the gifts, look at each character. So Shiro likes metal items, saved and rare items. Tsubasa likes figurines, limited store items, rare items. Nemesis likes toys, decorations, everyday items. I only have one. This is under rare items and Asperia. Obviously, no, not to Nemesis because we're only going to get 10 points. Tsubasa, on the other hand, does like rare items. So instead of 10 points, we get 15. So basically, the more categories you can match to the character, the more points you're going to get. So that's where you have to efficiently use your gifts to the correct characters. Or if you don't care, well then just pump it into a certain character so you can get their passive ASAP if that's a priority. But I would recommend you look at the tags and figure out which ones are the best for which characters. Mistake number 7 is not spending your currencies like a freaking maniac. From the Crystal Dust store, obviously the ones to get are the ones that are weekly limited. They're weekly limited for a reason. Especially this one that only has a weekly limit of 2 and a advancement module. Necessary for enhancing weapons, necessary for upgrading those weapons. So yes, you're gonna want these so you can max out your weapons as fast as possible. Then the booster module would be second because it also has a weekly limit and it's good for leveling up your gear slots. If you already finished these for the week and you're already set for the next week and you're like, Hydro Sam, I need to spend more, I want to. And I guess the second best thing would be a special gift, so that way you can, you know, get those gifts for your characters and unlock those passives. The weapon store, order these up because once you unlock, you know, your favorite SSR, then you're gonna want to try to max them out as soon as possible. I'm contemplating of actually upgrading either Shiro or Tsubasa, but I'm gonna wait for Samir. I haven't gone there yet, but yes, I'm saving it for a rainy day, so I haven't even spent them yet. But I'm still deciding whose first star is gonna help me the most for my account. Same thing for the Matrix store, you know, save these for whenever like you almost have a 2-piece bonus or a 4 or a full set and unlock the one that you're missing. Crew store, this is when you're in a crew, buy these so that we can help, you know, boost up your shards for your relics and also to upgrade your suppressor. This one, so look at this right here, weekly limit 10, weekly limit 1, 1, 3s, those are the ones you want to go for. And the final one, the point store, this is where you get your gifts for your characters. I need to spend these on my gifts so that way I can level up those passives. So like I'm gonna buy one right now. That way I can get a special gift. You can even pick what gift you want. So if I want to like upgrade Subasu, you know, I just look for whatever categories as I mentioned earlier. And that's how you go about when you're opening these special gifts. So overall, just be smart when you're spending on the store with your other currencies. Just take a quick note that these flame gold tokens, after the limited banner runs out, these will be converted to the black gold. Mistake number 8, you're not in a crew, join a crew. You don't have to make one, just join one. You can join mine. If you're in the Solaris server, look up Hydro Fam, join my family. There's like no harm in being in a crew, but there is harm in not being in a crew because you're not going to take advantage of getting your points. Right now I only got 2, so If you guys want to fill it up, fill it up. I'll be accepting everybody until this gets full. That way you can do your thing, right? You donate whatever you want to donate, and then you get points, and then you get rewards too. You get black crystals every week, I think. It kind of pays for itself. So please join a crew. If you're on a Solaris server, look up HydroFam. Join my crew. I'm going to be accepting everybody. Look for the model wife over meta and you found it. So yes, don't make that mistake, guys. Join the crew. Mistake number 9. Don't be afraid to use food. There's no shame in using food. Use food to clear the content and also to help in raids. I'm making this mistake right now. I haven't been exploring the food lately. I need to find recipes and get better foods so I can, you know, get more buffs and everything. So this is a mistake actually I'm making right now. But yes, don't sleep on the food. Go ahead and get some that gives you buffs. And that is my mistake for you to try to avoid. Mistake number 10 is to spend your vitality or your stamina efficiently. Looking at this one right here with the gold, I'm pretty sure this one's going to be super important later on in the game, because coming from Genshin Impact, you need Morat for everything. If you're not sure what to spend your stamina on, gold will be a safe bet because everything takes gold to upgrade. And also just use it for whatever augments or whatever items you need to upgrade. I've been doing joint operations lately and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's the same thing as farming for like low level artifacts in Genshin. I might just tone down my joint operation stamina usage and just wait till I'm like a higher level later on. And for now, once I reach level 29, I think I'm just gonna just farm gold and other materials I need for upgrading. But that is my mistake for you not to make. Mistake number 11, right here, you do have an exclamation mark that gives you information about the game. A lot of information about enemies, basic controls, weapon gallery. But one that I want you to pay attention to is weapon skills. That's all the weapons list, and the game doesn't tell you, but there's like combos you can use with each character. So if you want to be like a Tsubasa main or a bow main or something, great sword gives you all the categories. If you want to be a Tsubasa main, a bow main, there are different types of attacks you can use for whatever situation. I might go a little bit more in depth with this when I do my advanced tips, but for now, I want you to not make the mistake of ignoring this gallery right here, the survival guide. Mistake number 12, don't avoid these green boxes. These aren't special to you. These are first come, first serve. It's whoever's in the channel, whoever gets it, and it disappears for everybody else. So if you see one, try to get to it as soon as possible. You never know where you're gonna get, and it's free experience, and they respawn pretty frequently. So just go ahead and grab them. Just in case you didn't know, these are separate from those password chests. Those password chests are for you only, but the green ones, like I said, they are for anybody who gets them first come, first serve. Like even if you're capped at your max level, who cares? You can still get items and, just be selfish with them. But yeah, I think those are all the main mistakes I want you to avoid, guys. Real quick, follow my Twitch, guys. Twitch.tv/HydroSam. If you're into live content or you want to hang out or ask me any more questions, that's a great place to reach me, guys. Be notified when I go live. I will have a consistent stream schedule next week after I go back to work because I need to figure it out. If you found the video helpful or you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe to support the Tower Fantasy content on my channel. For my Genshin people that are watching this, I'm not giving up on Genshin. I'm just having a good time with Tower Fantasy, and I will cover Genshin content once Sumeru comes out. But anyways, that's it. Remember, like, subscribe, follow the Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all so much. Have a good day.